Hey besties! So today's project is this cat ear beanie that I made using baby lamb extra wool. The pattern I used was by Jonvxco. So let's get into the tutorial. The materials you're going to need are your yarn. I use this baby lamb extra ball of yarn, your 6mm crochet hook, if you're using a thick yarn, or if you're using a thinner yarn, you can use a different hook size. Then you're also going to need a darning needle, also known as a tapestry needle. I ended up using a different needle because the eye of this needle was too small, but just get the one that's the right size. And you're also going to need a pair of scissors. This is my pair of scissors. So we're going to start by getting our yarn. Then we're going to take it and turn it to form an X and pull it. This makes a slip knot. Then you're going to insert your crochet hook in the slip knot and chain the length that goes around your head. I made 65 chains, so you're just going to make the number of chains that goes around your head comfortably, not too tight, not too loose. So this is just me making my chains. I kept going till I got to 65. So yours may be in the range of 60 to 70, or it could even be more or less. So just keep going and make chains like this. Be careful not to let it turn. You can see how I kept holding it. So this was after I finished making my 65 chains. This went around my head comfortably. Then now we're going to connect it to the other side. So you take your chains, then be careful so that it doesn't turn. Then you get the other end, and my nails were getting in the way most of the time, so just bear with me please. So you just take it into one side of the chain and make a slip knot and connect it using a slip stitch. So this was when I got it. Connect it like this using a slip stitch. Yeah. Then you're going to chain two like this. Then we're going to make a double crochet. So you yarn over, then insert your hook in that same hole like this. There going to be 3 loops on your hook. Then yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Then yarn over and pull through the final 2 loops. That is 1 double crochet. So I'm going to continue doing this in each of the stitches. So you yarn over, insert your hook until the end, pull up a loop. There are going to be 3 loops for your hook, so pull through 2 loops, then pull through the final 2 loops. Then in the next hole, same thing, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and pull through the final 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook in the next hole, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops on your hook, then pull through the final 2 loops. So you're going to continue doing this in each of the stitches round till we get back to where we started. So this was when I was back at the other side. So be careful so that we don't miss any one of the stitches. So this is the second to the last. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, pull through the final 2 loops. Then in the final one, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, pull through the final 2 loops. So now you can see we're going to connect it using a slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet. That's our slip stitch. Then chain 2, and then you make a double crochet in that same hole, and we continue making double crochets in every stitch. So one double crochet, and we keep going around it till we get back to where we started. So you're going to try that band and make sure it goes over your head, okay, so that it doesn't come out too tight or too small. But that initial band will actually be tight. That's why we're going to fold it. So the body is the real determinant of the size of the hat. So you keep going. I went round for a total of 13 rows, but in the tutorial I watched, she went around 18 rows. It all depends on you. Just do the length that feels comfortable for you. I stopped mostly because my yarn had already finished and I didn't want to use a new ball of yarn. So you just feel free to do what you want to. Make it as long as you want to make it. But mine was 13 rows and it was perfect on me. So now I'm folding the bottom so you see how I wore it, and yeah, I was just counting the number of rows here. It was a total of 13 rows. Then I connected the top. So next I'm going to show you how to connect the top. So to do that, you turn your work up inside out. You can see I ended that off with 2 chains. I want to connect the top, so you turn it inside out like this. So this is supposed to be the inside part of the project. Then the long yarn that I left after working, I want to use it to connect it. So since I had already finished made 2 chains, I removed it and made only 1 chain. Then I pulled, you can see, so I kind of pulled that place so that it would be as if I tied it instead of a chain. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So yes, I just tightened that instead of it looking like it was a chain that wanted to be continued. Then I tried using this my small darning needle and it didn't work because the eye of the needle was so small. So I went into my kit. Okay, so let me just show you guys so that whoever wants to make that same mistake. So I went to my crochet kit and took my knitting needles and ended up using one of them to sew the loose end to join the stuff together. So you can see it went into this one comfortably. Then I went into it like this. Then I took opposite sides of the yarn, opposite sides like this. I used just the outer loop of both sides, and I just tried connecting them. Because the yarn was so long, that was why I was tugging at that side so that the yarn won't get stuck in the project. And the next one, I took the outer ends and connected them like this. It's just like as if I was sewing it together. Then the next one, connect it like this. Then you pull that remaining, and just I did not want to cut it till I finished it so that if I wanted to crochet something else, the yarn won't be like cut in two. And the next one, just connect the outer loops like this. And the next one, connect the outer loops like this. And the next one, so what I did was, as it was getting, I did like maybe 3 or 4 at a time, then I pulled the yarn once. I actually find this process very relaxing. I like joining those ends. It's very it's very nice. Crochet is a very nice hobby. So yeah, I just tucked to the end like that. Then the next one, so you just keep going down till you get to the end. At some point, I think I used the time lapse to fast forward this process. But people that are new to crochet, you may not, they may not be able to get this part if I didn't take this slowly. So you're just trying not to miss any of the stitches. Yeah. So yeah, I can see I did multiple stitches at a time. Then I just pulled them all together. Okay, now the time lapse so we could speed things up. So over here I was just doing the same thing, going down into each one of them. When I finished, I pulled all of that. Then I started sewing in my loose ends. When I finished sewing in my loose ends, I cut the yarn off, and now this is the final result. So you can see that it was that joining the top that kind of gave it that cat ear effect. So it's really easy to make. Before I learned how to make it, I thought it was quite complicated, but it is not at all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial because I enjoyed making it for you guys, and it's been a while. So I hope everyone is doing well, and I love you guys so much. I can't wait to see your recreations, and shout outs to the original creator of this pattern. I'm going to tag her in the description box. So yeah, this is what it's going to look like when you finish. And shout out to Mary too for helping me with my nails. It turned out lovely. So yeah, this is me wearing it. I'm posing for you guys. So kisses, kisses. I love you all so much. Bye.